Hey FlossTube, it's Mel from Mel's Travel and Stitching, coming to you today from my living room in Lake Tahoe, California. How have you guys been? I didn't expect to take the summer off from filming, but that's what happened. But I'm bound and determined to get a video in before the end of August. My main excuse, and I'm sticking to it, is July 1, I got sick. Steve's first day of summer vacation, and I came down with a lovely summer cold. And I was pretty much sick for the entire month of July. I had one of those coughs that you can speak for, a sentence and then you start coughing because your throat's all dry. And so I couldn't film in July because I couldn't carry on a conversation. And then, time just gets away and I have so much to show you guys. I have, summer's so busy and Steve's been developing a new class for next school year. And so he's been working a lot, and we had our renovation at our rental house that, the master bath's finished and looks great. Steve did a beautiful job, but I still have some more yard work to do and pruning and etc. What else? And then our own yard is a work in progress. We had a completely blank dirt and have been landscaping for the past 2 years. So I didn't get to stitch for 15 days since I last saw you. Combination of sick and doing stuff. But anyway, let's get to the stitching. So, a bear update. So anyway, summer started, our summer weather started the week after July. We had a very cold 4th of July. Week after 4th of July, we had a very cold 4th of July, which is normally our kickoff to summer here. It's a huge weekend. All the second homes are occupied. Everybody's up with their boats, on the lake, one be at the beach, and it was just downright chilly. I mean, we had stuff to do a barbecue, and we ended up eating inside. I'm not sure we even maybe made it to 70 degrees that day, but about a week after the 4th, we started hitting our normal summer. And we had a gorgeous summer, mainly in the low 80s for highs and mid 40s for overnight lows, which is great. We love it because very, very, very few people here have air conditioning. So we get the house cooled down at night and then buttoned up in the day and stays nice and cool. But fall is in the air, you guys. In the past week, I've had to use the air horn on bears. Once there was a bear going for the bird feeder, so I got him. And then about a week later, not a week later because it was just a few days ago. But anyway, he was going for the crab apple. So the crab apple that we have is a Sargent crab apple, and the berries are very small, but the bears still want it. And knock on wood, we've successfully we planted that tree 2 years ago and have been able to keep the bears off of it. We'll see. But bears being around more means fall is in the air. And when he started coming around, the temperatures didn't feel like fall. But Labor Day is typically the end of our summer, and it's so true. We are already now barely reaching 80, and the forecast, the 10-day forecast, we're going to be kind of in the mid to low 70s at the end of it, and that's kind of like, ooh, it's sad to see summer go. But fall's my favorite season, but for some reason this year I'm just not ready to let go of summer. It feels like it was too short. I think because we had such a snowy May and then such a cold June, I don't feel like I got my warmth in. I'm not ready yet, but we do normally have gorgeous Indian summer here, so we'll keep my fingers crossed for that. Okay, finally, let's get to the stitching, 5 minutes into the video. You guys are ready. All right, so as you know, I entered the county fair and I put in 9 pieces. These are all brand new finishes you guys haven't seen before. So let's get to it. Our fair, I think I've explained to you guys before, breaks everything up into linen and pieces stitched on linen and then everything else. So I'm going to go through my linen first because that's what I have the most of. And this piece is Gather by Plum Street Samplers. This is the G series. And this frame is the frame that's pictured on the cover on the model, and it's from the Family Tree Company, and I ordered it from Stitches and Things in Michigan. And I got the frame sent to me. It was about $40, I think, and then I did the mounting and framing myself. So this piece got an honorable mention, and it says fabric is rippling a bit inside frame, which changes perspective of viewer. One stitch in left squirrel lower body out of place. Rest of stitches really well done. Squirrel. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that. Anyway, I don't know. I'm pretty happy with this piece. It's cute. So I will be putting this up, you know, tomorrow, I guess. September gather. Then, so this is also in the small, I don't think I explained that. So it was small linen, which is 12 inches and under. Okay, so this is, it's almost Halloween by the Drawn Thread. And this is a chalkboard from Michael's. And I double mounted just on some sticky board. And this is stitched, I got this kit from the Drawn Thread directly. It's almost Halloween. Pretty cute. I'm happy with how the finish is. You guys will notice I'm a very simple finisher. I don't like bows and ribbons and a bunch of doodads hanging off my stuff. So this is really my style. I love how it looks. Let's see. So this piece got 3rd place. Comments, presentation really sets off design. White X stitches in W and skeleton seem a bit loose, though other very crisp and were well done. I don't know if you guys remember, but I ended up ripping out the W and the skeleton, and I restitched it with 2 strands of floss because I wasn't happy with the coverage. But the ghost I did in 1 strand of floss. So this whole piece, except for the white and the W and the skeleton, was done with 1 strand of floss as called for. But I guess somehow, you know, maybe the judge's eye was drawn to the white, but I'm happy with it. And 3rd place. Okay, so then here's the 3rd piece I entered in the small linen category. And this is Ghoul from Plum Street Samplers. Again, in a Family Tree Company frame that I got from Stitches and Things in Michigan. Yeah. So this piece got 2nd place. Comments, fabric is rippling in frame, which challenges the viewer's eye. Fabric is also a bit wrinkled. Rest of stitching, though, very consistent and lovely. And I do agree with the comments. There is, you can see the lines not straight here. So I will be taking this piece out and reframing it because I will probably enter it into the State Fair next year. Yeah, Ghoul from Plum Street Samplers got 2nd place. Then we go to the linen medium category. So that's anything over 12 inches and up to 48 inches, which is like crazy because, you know, who's doing over 48 inches? But anyway, so we have, this is Welcome by the Drawn Thread, Welcome Autumn. And this frame is from pictureframes.com. Sorry. Always have a nose itch when filming. This, one second. I got this frame from pictureframes.com, and it ended up being about $40. I will put in the description box below a link to the website and sign up for their emails because they'll do 20-25% off or free shipping often. The best I've seen was 30% off. And they're custom frames. you know, so you send in the measurement. The thing is, they will not make a frame narrower, or the molding to be less than 5 inches. So this frame is a little bigger than I would have liked, but I love the frame. And yeah, you guys have seen this before, but this is the first time you've seen it framed. Okay, so this piece got an honorable mention. And it says, beautiful cross stitches, some threads shadowing behind L, and bird legs in O. So, okay, fair enough. I love this piece, and this will be going up soon. Yay! Okay, also in the Welcome series from the Drawn Thread, this is Winter Welcome. And again, frame from pictureframes.com. And this piece got 3rd place. Oh, so cute and well done. Just one cross stitch below, scarf in E, a bit out of shape. Rest is lovely. So, yay. Super cute. I'm gonna love having this up in the winter. And again, I think I told you guys this before, but I love these pine cones and those pine boughs. Okay, moving on to Welcome Summer. Also, obviously, by the Drawn Thread. Oh, I think I forgot to tell you, this is on 30 count lamb's wool linen with 1 strand of the called for floss, which is Dinky Dyes and needlepoint ink silk. This is the first piece that I did in the series, the Welcome series. I stitched this last summer. And again, this is a pictureframes.com frame. And it got 2nd place. Overall thread tension lovely. White flowers in W bruised a bit. Satin work in beehive is really lovely. I do love the beehive. I ended up stitching those bees twice. I ripped them out. But, I mean, the beads for the seeds and the watermelons, all just adorable. And I've enjoyed having this hanging on the wall this summer. Okay, now we're in the non-linen category of medium, which is strange because to me these pieces are small, but they are over 12 inches, so in length. This is the Lizzie Kate string series. This is Thankful String, and it's finished on a cutting board that Steve found at TJ Maxx. It's pretty cool. I really love how it's finished. I feel like it needs just something a little bit more, so I think I'm going to put some rickrack around the edge here just to give it one more layer of dimension. But it's pretty cute. So this is Lizzie Kate Thankful String on 28 count Monaco that I coffee tea dyed a la Priscilla and Chelsea. This piece got honorable mention. This is nice presentation, good consistent tension, 4 stitches. And then we have, fix this. Then we have the Snowy String. And Lizzie Kate Snowy String again on the 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco. This is on a sign, a metal sign that I got at Michael's, and I you can see it was a grocery sign, and I took a white enamel paint pen and painted the tops and bottoms of the letters because they were just showing a little bit and it was distracting. I thought I could make this piece big enough to cover the letters, but I couldn't. So this is just mounted on some sticky board with giant rickrack and some garden twine to finish it off, and I really love how it looks. This piece also got an honorable mention. It says cute presentation, lower right corner, though, showing discoloration. Ground fabric glue, question mark. It drew my eye where it shouldn't. Okay, so what she's talking about is this spot here, and this is just a spot from the, you know, coffee tea dyeing or slash baking. So that's the way it is. This would be great to hang up in the winter. Okay, then we have the grand finale. And it's funny because I almost didn't enter this piece in the fair. I had submitted the entry that I was going to put it in, but then on delivery day I was still finishing. I mean, I did these 9 pieces in, you know, a week and a half, and finishing's not my forte, so I was getting a little cranky on that last day. I still had this piece to finish, and I was like, oh man, I'm just done. And Steve was like, nope, come on, let's just do it. We'll get it figured out. So this piece of wood is from Joann's, and this is the buzzy string, Lizzie Kate buzzy string, and it's just on some sticky board with some homespun and a layer behind it. And I loved how this board pulled out the colors, and it just caught my eye. I felt we thought about cutting the board down, but then the edge wouldn't be finished the same, and you know, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So, but the thing is, I had mounted it, and then I was hungry, so I was like, better stop, get some lunch. I hadn't put it on the homespun yet, and so after eating lunch, I look at it again, and I'm like, oh my goodness, holy crap, I actually did not center it on the board correctly, so I actually had to lift it up and reposition it. Actually, I had to trim some off the board, because these were pretty closely, I didn't have a whole lot of fabric to spare, basically. Anyway, so buzzy string, Lizzie Kate, again on 28 count coffee tea dyed Monaco, and this got first place. Yay! I actually got first place, and it caused quite the scandal because at the fair, the piece that got second place in this category was a full coverage. I'm not sure if it was Heaven and Earth, but again, like I said, this category is anything over 12 inches up to 48 inches. So this full coverage piece of a portrait of a actor, I'm not sure, I'm not up on current events, but I don't know if it was Outlander or what, but and then it was framed with the autograph, and that got second place, and people were just amazed because it was so big. But I guess the judge liked this quality of stitching better. She said, stitching consistent throughout, presentation is unique and sets off the design, nice job. So, yay, just cracked me up that this was the piece I almost didn't submit, and it's the one piece that got first place. So, in summary, I got 1 first place, 2 second places, and 2 third places, and then the rest was all honorable mentions. So, yay! I always love going to the county fair and seeing all the mainly the kids' work and so forth, and the quilts and the canned goods and that kind of thing. Our fair's not that big, and it's in mid-June, so our county is more mountainous, and so the harvest, you know, especially with our cold spring, there wasn't, you know, like giant zucchinis or beautiful peaches and people's flowers. So there were also not as many entries. So the homegrown building was kind of, I'm rambling. Okay, anyway, let's move on. So in my last video, I had a giveaway for an embroidery kit. This was, I picked up in Lima, Peru. I just love the colors of this and the fish, and it's a complete kit with the hoop and everything. And Faithfully is the winner. So yay, Faith. My contact information is in the description below, so go ahead and send me your mailing address and I'll get this out to you. Okay, on to stitching, finally, geez. So, you know, I've been working on Lizzie Kate, and I did finish one more. I did the jack-o'-lantern, but I'm doing all on one piece of fabric. And not quite halfway done, but here we are. This was a Mania start and finish, and then I did this one since I last saw you guys. And I hope to get a couple more in this fall before Halloween. But, you know, maybe that will be finished before next Halloween. I'm just not a fan of the fabric, and I make myself work on it because it does go pretty quickly, and it's just one of those things I just want to work on it in little chunks of time. And new, since I last saw you, was a start and finish, is Hands-On Design, Oh Say Can You See, and I did the drum. I love the colors in this. I did it on the called for 32 count Fabrics by Stephanie Parchment, Colonial Parchment. And there she is. Oh Say Can You See. And I started this July 1. Yes, and that's the day I came down with my cold, and I ended up picking out fish, letters, like I couldn't count. So it was bit of a rocky road for this one in July, but I really, really, really love the colors, and I am going to finish it or pay to have someone finish it for me in a drum because I have the perfect spot for it in the house. I love the colors. And I got this fabric from Stitches and Things in Michigan, and they sent me too much fabric. So I thought I would have a giveaway. I cut, this is bigger, it's the correct width, but I gave myself minimal so you guys don't have to stitch, that would say, can you see, you could do a different piece on here. I'll put the dimensions of this piece of fabric down in the description box. But if you would like to enter the giveaway for this piece of fabric, tell me what your favorite beach is. My favorite beach is in Jamaica, so which we haven't been in a couple of years. Normally we go every year, but last year, you know, we had so much upheaval, and I'm not sure if we're gonna make it this year either. But love those white sand beaches. So tell me what your favorite beach is to get a piece of 32 count Fabrics by Stephanie Colonial Parchment. Okay. Then my next whip that you guys have seen before, this is Golf and Chatter Club by Hot House Petunia. And kind of glary. Pretty close to finish on this. This is with 2 strands of dinky dyes, and this is DMC variegated. This is Classic Colorworks silk, and then there's a Classic Colorworks cotton. That's this darker variegated. So basically I have a few more letters left. I have to do the beaks and eyeballs and their legs, and we can call this one a wrap. So pretty excited about that. This is 32 count Jobelin. Summer Sky is the color. I love the fabric, how it turned out. I hate stitching on this. I guess I'm just a linen girl at heart, but anyway, almost finished with that. And then worked on America, Stony Creek. This is from the July-August 1992 collection. And I did make some progress on this, but as I said in July, my cold made me unable to count. So I put this piece in timeout, and now that we're at the end of summer, it's just not going to get work done anymore. But I did all these stars and more of the lettering and the star over here. And then apparently when I stitched this last year, I didn't finish, ran out of this red. And I started counting from here on to start the stars. And I realized when I got down to here that no, that's not correct. So these all have to come out. So between the blending filament and not being able to count, this piece has to go. I love it, and I love how it's turning out. But, yep, we'll just have to pick it up next spring. I'm really am going to finish it next year. I know it. But we have to move on. I have so much fall to stitch. It's just banana pants. But okay, so I had one other new start. No, not one other. I have a couple other new starts. HL's Moth. I had intended to start this June 1, but I didn't have the floss. And the floss did come in, and I started this June 29th, so right at the end of the month. I've only worked on it twice, and I realized that I need to get stronger glasses because I am doing one strand of silk called for MPI over one, and this is 40 count Havana Linen. So pretty detailed work. And so I'd use 1.5s and 2.0 reading glasses, and I do double them up sometimes if I'm doing some counting off on 40 count, but I just need to get some stronger glasses. So I put this down, plus I wasn't feeling well in June. I put this down. I will pick this up. It's really fun, and I love the colors in this piece. So I will pick this up again this fall. The other new start, I wanted to have do a Christmas in July, and I did start this Christmas Village by Sarah Grimani, and I'd wanted to start this July 1, but I didn't like the fabric that I had chosen, so I ordered some different fabric. This is on 40 count Zweigart natural linen. And I was obsessed once I started stitching this. I couldn't put it down. So I started this like July 27th or so, and stitched this well into the beginning of August. And so this is the left-hand side of the piece. And it's really a fun stitch. It's all DMC and one strand of floss. And I'm having a fun time stitching it. So you can see I still have a long way to go. I've only made it through these houses over here, this little dude. And yeah, I can't wait to get back to this, but I am going to restrain myself and not go back to it until the middle of October or end of October. So, because I need to work on this bad boy, Halloween Quaker. I did do some more stitching this month on it and made some good progress. Okay, so here we are. I finished up some of this flower here, but I did all of this down here, these other motifs, this and this black cat. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, the chart for this is, it's different than the cover photo, and so I'm making some color changes, making some changes in the motifs, kind of by the seat of my pants. Like these cats were stitched in brown, and Halloween cats are black. So I am stitching these in black. So this is DMC black, one strand. This is Picture This Plus 40 count murky, and I love this fabric. I really love working on this fabric, and I'm getting nice coverage with the one strand of floss. You see those cats, are pretty black. So I'm gonna have some more fun working on this. Okay, let me check my notes. Okay, so plans. We are heading out Monday to go camping for a week up in the high country of Yosemite, and we will be unplugged. So no cell phones, no internet. It's great. I love it. So we're gonna totally get away, do some hiking, and I will also get in a fair amount of cross stitching in. So I'm gonna I'm gonna finish up Golf and Chatter. I'm gonna do Halloween Quaker, work on that some more. I have the Year in Chalk series I have to do September, and I have some other autumn pieces that I can't put my finger on right now, but I didn't pull because, see, here we're at 30 minutes, and 20 minutes is my goal. That's about as long as I can talk, but anyway, so I'm not gonna show you what my plans are, but they'll be a surprise for next time. Well, thanks for joining me. It was great to catch up with you guys. I always love having conversations with my viewers, and welcome to new subscribers, and thank you for my old faithfuls. Not old, committed. I'm not sure. Is that committed to the loony bin with me? And yeah, speaking of the loony bin, I do have I've lost my mind, retail therapy to show you, but we'll save that for next time. So thank you guys. Hope you're having a great Labor Day weekend and a great end of your summer. We'll see you soon. Bye. Thanks.